Ow.
Hey guys, here I am, back on Firefall, and we'll be doing some combat. So, on my Dreadnought frame once again. There's more shin and short stuff right over there. You can see their icons. And
Joining right into the fray here.
yeah, I'll run right in. Okay, so here I am, third person, first person, middle mouse, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna run over. And what they're doing is they're fighting this big thing, which is a Warbringer. It's a chosen incursion. It's not quite showing up on the map right now, but as you can see, they're right there, running around, killing stuff. So this is like the main attacking thing of the chosen. So you have to destroy these generators, and then you can shoot the Warbringer, and it teleports in chosen. So basically right now we have to kill this generator. So I'll find a chosen. So, see? A bunch of chosen just teleported in.
Generator is down though.
So those human guys, or not quite human, but humanoid are chosen. And they are trying to take over the world. And they're killing
I don't know if I'll be able to get you.
So I might actually die.
Where are you, Jake?
And I'm over here.
I got you.
So Aaron's the biotech and he's the healer. And these things are hissers, so they're a bug thing, but they're kind of like corrupted by the chosen. So they are attacking.
Fucking chosen.
As you can see,
oh,
as you
crap.
There's
is down again.
Numbers that pop up, and so that's your damage. Yep. So I'm just gonna keep killing this shit. So this is actually a lot easier than it normally is to kill this because I'm tier 2 and have guns that are a lot better than your average person.
This is actually taking longer than normal too, because usually it's available for visibility on the map, and what that does is it usually attracts a larger number of the community members, so you'll usually have about 10 players out here squatting it up against an incursion, so it actually takes a reasonable amount of time, and you get a decent reward for the amount of work you put into it.
Yeah. So when I kill this, it gives me experience, so I just got like 50 experience for that kill, plus a little extra bonus. So depending on the creature you kill, you'll get more experience, but most of this is 50 experience per kill.
It's a great way to grind.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get something done, and this is not necessarily a quest item either. Just to clarify, these are random events. You just walk out in the world and you find these.
Yeah. So they're pretty much everywhere. So if I can find a really quick safe spot. Oh, see that big guy? Oh, that's a siege breaker.
That is a juggernaut.
That's
someone
a siege
breaker. We've got something in the. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so there's siege breakers also. Those are.
I've never seen that before.
Those are really big guys. They're a big form of these juggernauts.
I thought the juggernaut was bad.
The juggernauts have a plasma cannon, a lot like the assault.
There you go. Come close to me for healing with.
And the siege breaker has a lot worse abilities that are very much more deadly.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah. So there's a couple different chosen, but most of them are the assaults and the juggernauts. You don't see very many warbringers, at least not yet. But
yeah.
But they are always changing, and you'll probably see more of them later. So that's an Aranhas, for example. It's a little bug thing. That was a toxic one, so it leaves goo behind.
Got it.
Yeah, so they just destroyed that Warbringer, and shit's exploding everywhere. It's pretty cool. And these are some extra people that are just in the area.
They showed up at the very last minute.
So I just got a bunch of
Morrison, stand in the middle of this.
For
never mind.
helping in that endeavor. So that was a Warbringer. And you can see that there's a bunch of other things. Well, there's not that many, but for example, there's a chosen drop pod. And those will drop at random just everywhere around the map. And
And if they're in the vicinity of a watchtower, then the contents of the drop pod will usually try and overtake the tower.
Yeah. So like the watchtowers are these blue things. Guess you didn't catch that.
And you can always retake them back too. That's another just random event. You can, I mean, they're kind of like just random quests you pick up. If you see a watchtower under control, you know, you set your waypoint there, and it automatically prompts you saying, "Hey, there's a watchtower. Go reclaim it."
Yeah.
Pretty open world. Another thing is though these incursions. It's coming up to the timeline of Red 5 Studios events where they have it to where chosen assaults occur, and what happens is we will actually start to lose big portions of the overland map to chosen unless we decide to take them back.
Yeah. So they were hinting at we might lose. They'll attack the big cities like Copacabana, which is the city I was in before with the printer and the Battleframe tutorial. So they'll attack the big cities. That's one of them. Transhub is another big city. They're turning into the Sunken Harbor into a big one, and also the Thump Dump, which is right there.
What about Shantytown?
Yeah, Shantytown might also be a big one, but not quite sure. But we might lose the big cities. And really looking forward to that content whenever that comes out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to change the gameplay, because you can't just walk into the city anymore and think, oh, I just use the molecular printer. No, you've got to retake the city now in order to use its contents.
If you've lost it.
Which will be under heavy control of Chosen.
Yep. Oh, here's an example of another one of the enemies. They're tanking. They're a humanoid thing, and someone just shot it. But they're around. You don't really see many of them. They're involved in some of the random events that are around. But there doesn't seem to be very many random events right now. They're more of the purple things, like a Crash LVG or LGV.
The Tankins do have a camp, though. That infinite respawn camp where you can literally grind there if you have nothing better to do in the game.
Right. Yeah, they do have a tank. I'm pretty sure it's in the area of the Trans Hub.
Yes, it is.
And you actually go there for one of the first couple quests that you have. So if you start the game, you'll be sure to run into that eventually. So that'll be good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one of my abilities.
Chris?
So I have 3 abilities right now, and a bunch more just spawned in. So there are a couple different. Well, as a tier 2 Battleframe, I can use 3 of my abilities. So you just hit the corresponding number. So I'm gonna use the explosive.
Oh my gosh!
So
Chris, I can't get you. I'm sorry.
Explosions. It's kind of cool for a duration of time. So that's basically a lot of the gameplay and just combat in general is focused around the abilities. And if you haven't noticed, my health bar is on the left there, that blue bar that's almost empty. Yeah.
I would help you, Jake, but I'm trying to prevent them from retaking this thing from the inside.
So there's a health dispenser right here, so that spawns every once in a while.
Okay.
Pick that up and get it. And they drop ammo and health. It's pretty good. So the Juggernauts actually do a lot of damage because of their plasma thing, but they're pretty easy to dodge if you know what you're doing in practice. But every once in a while they get you, and it does a lot of damage.
Hey, we got it.
So at these watchtowers, like the one we just took back,
There you go, Jake.
zoom in. You can see that there are also Battlefront garages and the stations. So if you need anything, you can just go to these guys. They're all over the place, and you can just switch out your class or do whatever you want. Yeah, so that's the basic combat. I'll probably be switching up my classes around whenever we're doing other Just showing you what's around, so you can see the other classes. I'll just show you the just the equipping for the Battleframe real quick. So before I showed you the tech tree, right? And yep, I showed you that. And the experience, you can unlock different things. So for example, if I want to unlock this, I'll just click it and unlock with the experience, because I have enough, so I could unlock that if I wanted. But I don't really want to. So to equip anything, there's different sections of your body. So like if you click on your legs, you'll get to the jump jets or the servos. So if I wanted different servos, there'd normally be more, but I'm a dreadnought, so I don't really have different ones. So I can get the Accord for jump jets, I can get the Accord or the Omnidyne. So those are like different companies, and they haven't really expanded on the companies too much, but they specialize in different things mostly. So you can see this one will cost less energy, but won't give you as much thrust. So it's a give and take. So that's the servos. If you click on your chest, you get platings, a specialty, processor, and your 3 abilities. So for plating, they get armor reduction, health increase, and health regen. And there's different platings you can get. They give you different things depending on what you want. Specialty, I actually just got this special reactive armor. It's like an extra plating, basically. Processor is for creating like power and capacity things, which there is no limit on them right now, but they'll add that later, so you won't be able to tech out your guy with like all the best abilities with the most like damaging. You'll have to kind of do a give and take on the like power usage and that sort of thing.
Yeah, a lot of they're going to transform that into specialization, which will be really good, because earlier, I mean, what happened, this is what I experienced personally, is that I tried to tech out and actually try to specialize heavily in one certain location, and what happened was I got severely limited by the amount of power and weight that I was allowed to have, and so what they did is they took that away so that everyone could experience complete customization in order to give them a better idea of what they'd want to spec into. But they'll put, like Jake said, they'll put that back in, and that'll make it all the more better. All the more better. What am I saying?
Yeah.
All the better.
So you have 3 abilities, and there's a lot. There's more than just 3 abilities that you can use. Yeah, and you can make the abilities in using resources to make them better. But I'll get into the crafting thing later. Click your arms, you get your different weapons. So signature weapon for the Dreadnought is the minigun. So like if it's printed, that means I made it. And there's the basic ones. Secondary, the shotgun, burst fire rifle. So I can pick any of these. I'm using the shotgun right now, and then the ammo. So you can also make the ammo too. So there's the basic ammo, and then I have this printed ammo. So yeah, so that's some combat and equipping your Battleframe. I'll play as a different class next time, and I don't know what we'll do next. We'll do something.
We should probably thump.
Oh yeah, we can tell you about thumping.
Yeah, mineral acquisition is one of the biggest things of the game, which we'll show you in an upcoming video.
Yep. So we'll show you that next or something. Alright, see you guys later.